Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? It is absolutely incredible to be with you guys. Friday afternoon. I wanted to wait until the press conference and the practice and the injury reports for both teams and all that stuff came out, which I know Friday afternoon is like the worst time to go live for a podcast, but that is why we are here. We wanted all the information possible before we did our 49ers versus Eagles scouting preview predictions. And I know with it being playoff week, we've kind of been highlighting, previewing, going through all the different matchups all week, but this is our solo kind of flagship. We're going to sit here and we're going to spend a lot of time and we're going to dissect kind of the minutia that is the Eagles, what they do offensively, defensively, special teams, scheme, personnel, their injury report, which is almost non-existent. And just kind of break it down and kind of just have a holistic picture. And the whole goal of today's show is, if you only picked one show this week, which hopefully you didn't, but if you did, you're going to walk away watching this game Sunday, understanding what both teams are trying to accomplish when they're out there. That's the goal. And if this is your first time with this, like whenever I first started coaching, my first assignment was scouting. Like I had to work my way up, to be an assistant and eventually, play caller, DC, head coach, whatever else. But man, I was grunt. I was grunt of the grunts of the grunts. I was a middle school coach in Texas, and I would travel and go watch other teams play and fill out scouting reports. I loved it. Absolutely. I was like, dude, this is the best job ever. And so wanted to kind of apply some of those things just to it again. Then, you get to the point where you're asking other coaches to do what you used to do and what was important and what wasn't and all those things, what you see on film, blah, 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 blah. So we just try to tailor that to what's going on here with the 49ers matchup, and it's playoff time. I hate the Eagles. Hate the Eagles. Hate the Eagles. I hate the Eagles. And if you're a Niners fan watching this, I know you do too. Worst fan base in sports. Thank you for all the hashtag CCs. And I have to say thank you to my man, Josh M. He is the stud executive producer of today's show. He helped us get going. What's up, man? Daniel, what's up? RTPFTW. What's up, my friend? What is up? Josh, this is the man right here. This is Josh himself. He says, hashtag CC, my man, John. He is responsible. So if I say anything that makes me sound smart, just know that is attributed to the man, 49ers faithful forever 90. He is setting my path straight, hopefully. And if anything is said wrong, that is John Chapman's fault, not Josh's fault. That's the way it goes. Right here, Monkey Boy. I haven't checked reports yet, but please say Ricky has some positive news. I don't want to lie to you. Ricky Pearsall still not practicing. He just can't get right. And if you would have asked me at the start of the week, I would have said Ricky Pearsall had a better chance than Trent. But now Trent's had back-to-back practices. Ricky not out there, man. So he can't get right. He can't get right. And the re-injuries for this team just continue to happen. The entire training staff has to be fired. I don't know how they still have jobs, if I want to be really honest with you. If there weren't so many hamstring calf issues, maybe you could say it's all freak accidents, but whenever it's happened 8 out of 9 years in a row, and it's the same freaking soft tissue over and over and over and over again, and the times it's not soft tissue, like PCL with Ricky Pearsall, you re-injure it. Turf toe, Brock Purdy, re-injure it, and just re-injure. Yetur Gross-Matos, re-injured. Nobody's doing their damn job. What would you say you do here? Do you take the reports from the customers to the engineer? Do you take it from to the engineer to the customers? Nah, Mike Judge literally going to make a freaking TV show about the 49ers strength and conditioning staff. I know that they're probably great people, but just because you're great people doesn't mean you work in the NFL. There are a lot of horrible people that work in the NFL. They all work for the Chiefs. But anyway, whatever. We'll deal with that in the offseason. But we are not ready for the offseason just yet. JP, he's already putting out the score predictions. He says 27-17. What's up, JP? My man. And that's right. We're less than 48 hours out. You always want to wait till you get all the information you can. We're not traveling this week. Now, if the 49ers win, there's really only three options for the division opponent. There's Seattle, there is Carolina, and there is Los Angeles. That's really it. Can't go to Cleveland can't go to Chicago because if Chicago wins, that basically means the 7th seed is out. You're the 6th seed. You would have to go to 1. So there's only 3 options for travel next week: Seattle, LA, and Carolina. We will be at whichever one that is. So this week, we did 9 trips this year, took this week off because Philly, I don't want to get arrested. But next week, once the 49ers win this week, just understand 100% the 49ers Rush road trip will be there, hosting events the day before and tailgate the day of. Already have those lined up for all 3 cities. It's even though we're not working on the road trip, we're working on the road trip. It's what it is. So just understand, once the 49ers win this game, you're going to come party with us, period. Even LA, and I know in the past we have skipped LA. Nope, we will go. So divisional round, just understand, John Chapman 49ers Rush road trip. We're going to be out there, but we're only 48 hours out of this wild card weekend, which the wild card's always crazy, and I love it. What's up, Ben? Appreciate you, man. Hashtag CC. What's up, JC? You're the man. You're the freaking man. You are the man. Yeah, I don't think Ricky's playing. I would put it at less than 10% he plays. Just not there. Just not there. And yeah, the official tag is questionable. Hey, shoot, let's go ahead. Let's just get this shit out of the way. This is going to piss me off. Let's go through the injury report. It reads like a CVS receipt. The 49ers have 6 starters questionable. Another 4 on IR, plus whatever the hell you want to do with Brandon Ayuk, which whatever. But then that's not even all the players on questionable tag this week. Here we go. Trent Williams, Ricky Pearsall, Renardo Green got injured his foot during practice. Another new thing. Spin the neck. Now it's this. Jacob Cowing. Let me just say that I talked about this on Wayne's show this morning. Jacob Cowing ain't playing. Like, I keep getting Jacob Cowing questions because the 49ers need a wide receiver that can play against man coverage and doesn't run a 4.9. You don't have that, and you're not going to get it. Jacob Cowing didn't even practice with the offense this week. Yeah, he practiced fully. That dude's on the scout team helping the defense. He's not even running team plays with the 49ers offense. Like, the kid didn't practice once. Not one time through training camp. Not one time through this season. He practiced twice, but he got injured in both those practices. Routes on air. Didn't even make it to one-on-ones. Like, anybody that is telling you, well, Jacob Cowing could be the thing, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I don't like to talk down on people, but, like, the dude isn't even taking offensive reps. This is just a conditioning. He's playing Devontae Smith for the defense on their scout team. He's not even running 49ers plays. So whoever thinks Jacob Cowing is going to be a difference maker, just know they don't know what the hell they're talking about because that ain't happening. And I'm not saying that with anybody in mind. Like, I don't listen to a lot of the other shows, especially on a busy week like this. So there's no ill will putting out there. At least hopefully it's not coming across that way. That's not my goal. I'm just telling you there's 0% chance John Chapman and Jacob Cowing have the exact same percentage points on being able to play this week. He ain't playing this week. Like, he's not playing this. He's not going to play next week. He's not going to play the week after that. There's no chance that takes place. All right. Keon White, questionable, which is a positive. The one positive from the 49ers injury report is that Keon White got his first practice in of the week, and you have to have him. You have to have him. Here's the order for me. Trent Williams, Ricky Pearsall, Keon White. And they're not even like giant gaps between them. Keon White is huge because you don't have Bosa, because you don't have Mikael Williams. And if Keon White doesn't play, that means Yetur Gross-Matos is starting. Not good. Or Bryce Huff is starting and getting more snaps. Not good. That dude has been awful for 2 months straight. Like, Keon White at least is a net positive. Yetur Gross-Matos is not. He can rush the passer, can't do anything else. Giant run, biggest run play against Seattle was all because of YGM. Keon White being out there is huge. You got to have him. Got to have him. D. Winters, ankle. He ain't going to play. It's probably a good thing. Luke Gifford, quad. He probably ain't going to play. not a good thing because you lose them on special teams. Like, so you've got 8 guys all listed as questionable for the 49ers. And then you get to the Eagles, one of the healthiest teams. They have 1 starter out from week 1. 1 starter out since week 1. That's Makuba, the rookie. Now they have 3 players that are questionable. Lane Johnson, I mean, he's their best offensive lineman by a mile, but he practiced all week. Aziz Ojulari, he's just one of their mini pass rush, whatever. He practiced all week. And then backup guard Brent Tooth, he's had a concussion. He missed Wednesday, Thursday, but he's questionable too. Like, they're at full strength. You have the most injured team in the playoffs versus the most healthy team in the playoffs. Like, the Eagles are healthier than any other team out there. All 14 teams, they're the most healthy at this point. Now, maybe the bye week 1 seeds with Denver and Seattle, we'll get to that point, but like, it's, I don't want to say like David versus Goliath or anything like that, because it's not that. The 49ers are just as good as the Eagles. But man, that point spread, boom, 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 for you betting folks, it's up to 6.5 points, 5.5 points on different sites. Like, and it's not going to stop. The money is going to keep pouring in on the Eagles side, and rightfully so. You have one team that is just decimated. Actually, not even decimated. The Roman decimation literally means they used to do this to the troops whenever they mutiny and you'd put down or whatever, or they perform poorly. You would have them grab rocks out of a bag a lot of times, and 1 out of the 10 would be a different color, and whoever drew that would die. Drawing short straws, that's another way to say it, whatever else. So literally 1 out of 10. The 49ers are down 10 starters out of 22. So it's like half from where you started this season. Totally different. So decimation times 5. I think I did that right. Maybe it's times 4 because the 22 doesn't go over. I'm not a math guy. Anyway, let's get to a couple comments. I'm a little behind. I haven't even started, by the way, on our entire sheet, our scouting report sheet. So it's going to be a show, but that's okay because I'm here with you and you are here with me, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Love all the hashtag CCs. Joel, my man for the Philippines. Appreciate you guys. Marco, please give me hope, John. I keep hearing BS lines moving. They're moving drastically, and they ain't going to stop. Yatsik, my man. Yatsik is like, he's the best, but his family's incredible as well. He sent me a picture today. This dude is breaking down in New York, by the way. He teaches in New York, breaking down the salary cap percentages and how many 49ers are out with his students. And it just made me smile. And a time that I needed to smile. So Yatsik, love you, brother. You are the best. JP, all the money is on the Eagles. It is one-sided. Joel, let's go. Live show, wild card weekend. Let's get that W. That's right. Hey, Rick, what's up, man? All right, we need everyone on deck to win this game. You're not getting everyone, sadly, Rick, but I do want to say I really appreciate you, man. You are the freaking man. Appreciate all your support. That's what it is. V. Malik. John, do we have a chance that Pearsall can't go? Eagles defense is good enough, and we have no one who can separate from man coverage. I do not feel good. You got Kittle. You got Christian McCaffrey, and Christian McCaffrey ain't separated from anybody this year, really. You don't have separators. If I was the Eagles, I'm running man coverage nonstop, man. I'm stacking the box and running man coverage. Now the weird thing that is completely antithetical to Vic Fangio's entire philosophical construct of the defense, the whole shell, the limiting, bend, don't break. So it's kind of like, man, do you throw everything out if you're the Eagles? Or do you say, this is who we are, we're going to stick with what got us here? We won a Super Bowl last year. Why change it up? The Eagles run about 24% of their defensive coverage in man, right? So 1/4. That's going to see a giant uptick. You don't have anybody that can press past 10 yards. You have the slowest, I would argue, worst wide receiver core in the playoffs. I would argue in the NFL at this point if Ricky can't go. Like, you just don't have speed. You don't have anybody. Juwan Jennings, very, very slow. Good wide receiver, but no vertical stretch ability whatsoever. DeMarcus Robinson might be your best. That plays. Kendrick Bourne, no. Sky Moore, not a real receiver, gadget guy. And then you got Jordan Watkins, who is a burner and straight up vertical threat and whatever. You don't play him. You don't get any snaps. So, like, You're marching out the 3 slowest wide receivers in the NFL, and none of them can separate first man coverage. Doesn't mean you can't win with them. Just means you are, here we go, borrowing a term from our strength and conditioning department, hamstringing your entire offense. And we saw that last week. When Ricky Pearsall doesn't play, things don't go well. And Ricky Pearsall is not going to play. So you have to win it other ways. And there's a chance for that. So, Malik, there is hope, but it's not looking great. Doesn't mean they can't win. Everybody's just like, yeah, they're going the other way. What's up, Benji and Dad? He says, hashtag CC will find a way. That's right. Jeff Goldblum, baby. Life will find a way. It's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. Saying that name will make it play. And again, like, I thought Ricky would play. Again, I talked about this earlier in the week. I had a comment on our rant, and somebody cut the clip. Eric did, our social media guy, where I was like, Ricky Pearsall sitting on the sideline looking all cute and shit, not doing anything. And he liked it. He liked the comment on Instagram and the video. So I was like, oh, nice. He's got some fire. He's ready to prove something. Wrong. He ain't doing anything. Yeah, that's what it is. Terror Dome, positive, great dude. Puts out great content. Everybody go check out Terror Dome's YouTube channel. He says, I'm done with Ricky P. Not showing up whenever your team needs you most is hard. And if the knee is the knee, I don't know what to say. Ricky's tough as hell, but, oh, man. It's whatever. I'm definitely not talking about power plants and energy stations. I'm not that guy. Anyway, I ain't talking about that. Watkins will play if Ricky can't, or they both will play and Ricky is a decoy. Well, that's a problem. Jordan Watkins has taken 0 snaps at the Z, which is what Ricky plays. Jordan Watkins has taken snaps exclusively at the X, which is where Juwan Jennings plays. So Ricky being out has not affected at any point this season where Jordan Watkins lines up for snaps. And so I don't think that's going to change. I really wish that it would change. Kyle Shanahan doesn't do that. What's up, Captain? Appreciate you, man. Don't even know what to say about Ricky. Yeah, it's rough there. My man on Twitter said it's the substation. Yeah, I ain't touching that crap, man. That's for another different one. What's up, man? Don't overlook these Panthers at home. They hype. Hey, dude, that would be awesome. I would love to play. If I could have it, if you let me pick all the teams, 49ers at Carolina next week is the best possible situation. So for that to happen, you need the Packers to beat the Bears. That'd be great. And then the 49ers to beat the Eagles, and then you're traveling over there. Shoot, hell yeah, let's get it done. 49ers equal the Hurt Locker. It's so bad. 6 starters out, 8 starters or 8 players questionable. You got players on IR. It's just, good God, man. CMC's got to go all out. He can. Guys, I'm not talking about fucking power plants. I'm sorry, guys. That's not me. And yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think 5G causes hamstrings. I think having a shitty ass strength and conditioning program does. That's just me. But if that's your thing, there are channels, and go have fun. That's not me, guys. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I don't know about that stuff, and I ain't going to act like I know about that stuff. And what you see is what you're going to get. And I'm not going to ever act like something I'm not. I am not that guy. I love y'all. Kimbro, thanks for the super chat. You are the freaking man. He says, on Bart to start the journey to Philly. Really? I love that, man. Go represent us. Either way, I'm talking bad stuff to the horrible Eagles fans. If I could, I'd take on a turn of other cars in the stadium. I love it, man. That is the right energy. And, dude, have a blast and come back with that victory. We love you, man, and just want to say thank you so much. Stay safe, travel in groups, and watch your 6, man. Whenever I got hit twice at the Eagles game, they were both from behind me by, like, dude, who hit somebody in the back? Like, come on, dude. Like, you want to fight? Let's go. That's why I'm not going, because if somebody didn't want to fight, I would go, and I would get arrested with a smile on my face. It'd be one of the greatest mugshots ever. So, like, I'm not going, not because I don't like harassment. I love harassment. But, yeah, those cowards out there. Worst fan base. Hit in the back twice? Got punched in the back of the head as I'm walking out of the game. Are you kidding me? What a little B. You hit a man in the face. Like, that's what you do. Anyway. Anyway, so be safe out there. You're the best of us, Kimbro. Thank you so much, man. Silent. Thanks for the super chat. So we should talk draft then. Reese or Hill as linebacker 1. I ain't doing it. I ain't there. I don't know. Much like, let me just, okay. Much like energy stations, I have not started doing draft work yet, and I will not until about a week after the 49ers season concludes. It has not concluded yet. And I don't think that linebacker is going to be very high on the 49ers draft schedule because Fred Warner's going to be back if that dude's already working on the sideline. Will, you have D. Winters signed next year, which I don't like. Nick Martin, he's got time to come back. Hopefully he wins that Will spot. That's where you are. So I don't think linebacker is a gigantic need moving forward. You would add somebody, definitely draft a linebacker for sure, but I doubt it's going to be early. And I don't know about the Reese Hill one. I haven't dove enough into the film to give an educated opinion there. So I'm going to hold off on that because I don't want to speak incorrectly unless I believe something. And I don't know the answer. I've watched them play, but just broadcasting and just taking what the commenters say, I ain't doing that. That's not me. Captain, Chap, what are the chances Shanahan decides really go deep in the bag and start running 2 to 3 tight end sets? I wish they would. Kind of hard to start doing that now, though, when you haven't done it all year. And shoot, you saw Tonjes, playing Pro Bowl level tight end play when George Kittle's out, which is about 7 games this year. When George Kittle plays, Tonjes got 0 snaps this week. Didn't even get on the field. Amazing wide receiver option from the tight end position. Amazing. Sorry, guy. You ain't even going to play. 0. I'm going to put it at maybe 0.9% chance Shanahan starts playing Kittle and Tonjes. I really wish he would, but nah, not happening. Not happening. Yeah, Watkins plays Sunday. I don't know if he gets a lot of snaps, and he ain't going to play Z. So, I've wanted them to put Jordan Watkins in for 7 to 10 snaps for Juwan Jennings. All season, I've wanted that. But, again, don't expect the 49ers or the Eagles to change what they've done to this point. Yeah, you put some wrinkles in, but, the idea of – and I'm not saying this is what you're saying, Cam's dad, by the way. But a lot of the questions I've gotten have been about Jacob Cowing and Jake Tonjes and, Watkins, and Jordan James and Brian Robinson and CMC on the same field at the same time. No. That stuff ain't happening, man. They're not changing what they've done. They're staying that. Things aren't going to they're not going to change. You're not going to get a whole lot of crazy new whatever. It's not coming. The one, if Kyle doesn't play Watkins, it's really ridiculous at this point. You pull out all the stops. Yeah, it's the playoffs. I'm with you, man. It's just these coaches are so damn stubborn. And it's what it is. Logan, Kyle better be in his bag. I'm with you 100%. I am with you. And yeah, you guys don't have to convince me of playing them or doing 13 personnel or B-Rob and CMC. I'm with you, but they ain't done it. Big Tone. This is the 7th time John Chapman has been on this week. I'm here for it. It's a playoffs. I ain't going to sit on the sideline with a PCL. That's wrong of me to say. I shouldn't. I take that back. But my job is to sit here and open up my big mouth and hang out with you guys and talk Niners. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to do my job. Sometimes it's hard to go live. Fridays are hard for me. I'm struggling with Fridays. Cam's dad, thanks for the super chat. Bet a buck that Watkins sees the field on offense. Let's pull this up. This is fun. I like this. Let's see how many snaps he has played. Jordan Watkins, number 17. How many snaps has he played? He's only played 25 snaps this season. He took snaps in week 8, 6 snaps. Week 9, 8 snaps. Week 10, 3. And week 16, 8 snaps. That's it. I want him to play, so I don't want to bet against you. But, yeah, I'll bet you a buck. I'll throw $1 on it. I'll just give you $1. You just gave me $2. You're being all kind of stuff. That's very nice. I'm in, but I want him to play. I don't want to bet against what I want. I'll tell you what, Cam's dad, next time we are together, which we'll be together at some point, First beer on me. That's what it is. Whether he plays or not, first off, I just want to say thank you so much for all your support. Do we see Juwan Jennings throw a touchdown again? You're going to have to do some craziness. Sid says she'd come get me out of prison. The attorney of the 49ers Rush podcast. Oh, I freaking love it, Sid. You are the best. Thank you for all you do to help so many people. You are the best of the best of the best. You guys make me happy. They could arrest you for fighting at the game. I thought this was America, Stan Marsh. Yeah, I didn't hear no bell. Thought this was America. I love it. Let's see here. Ben, thank you for the super chat. The best wins are the ones that shouldn't have happened. We've done it all year. Time to do it again. Well said, my friend. Well said. That is incredible. Right here, Big Tone super chat. Why is the Winners a totally different linebacker when Fred is on the field? What is it that parts when Fred is gone? He's always had dirty eyes, but like Fred literally is just like, you're going to do this. You line up here, you do that. Like, and they break the huddle and he's still helping them. To Tatum Bethune, which is a problem. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a confidence thing. D Winners, terrible eyes, terrible coverage drops, really bad reads, lacks anticipation, lacks player IQ, lacks diagnosing the play ever. And whenever he does diagnose a play and he watches, like he's in man coverage with this backer who runs a flare route, he'll sit there and watch them, but the feet aren't connected. It's too long from the brainstem to the feet. It's just, dude needs to go back to linebacker 101 play. He's got talent. Can't tackle. I don't know the positive. Besides, he can run a really fast 40. I don't know, man. You don't write him off, but it's, dude, you cannot move into next year with him being a projected starter, competing for sure. But, so bad. Thank you, Emil, my man, Emil Gregory, you stud. It's good to see you in here, brother. Cam's dad, $1 bet, Kittle and Los Gatos play sometime. Dude, we are just racking up these bets. I'm all in. Let's get some Los Gatos out there, man. I'm betting that Kyle comes around to the crazy. Dude, that's what we need. Just be a little bit crazy. Now, you guys are getting me in trouble because we are still, we haven't even opened up the can of worms that is our entire scouting report, which is 9 pages. Can you guys let me get on task? Can you let me get, my wife's going to be home soon, and she's going to be mad because she thought I was going to be done with this episode. I'm going to blame it on Kyle Shanahan having a late press conference. We'll see how far that goes. But anyway, I will say this. If you're going to the game or any game, dude, there's only one place to get your tickets. Hey, Niner faithful, if you're looking for tickets to see the 49ers play this season, TickPick is the destination for the best deals you'll find on tickets with absolutely no hidden fees. TickPick guarantees the best price on tickets to every NFL game and beyond. Download the TickPick app and use code NINERS, NINERS, at checkout to save $10 on your first order. Again, that's code NINERS. Get your tickets ready today to cheer on the team with the rest of the 49ers Rush community, and all of our events for the 49ers Rush road trip are sold exclusively on the TickPick app or tickpick.com. Just search 49ers Rush. You guys are trouble, man. Look at Notorious GAV says, but the press conference wasn't late. Don't say that. Come on, man. We got to help each other out. And look at Cam's dad. He says, I blame lots on you with the smiley face. Dude, all my friends, like I tell them all the time, dude, just blame it on me. Your wife has met me. She knows I'm overbearing and demanding. Just say, well, Chapman, like, dude, just blame it on me. And so they have an open pass. If something goes wrong, well, Chapman, and then it's okay because they know who I am. And I said they're kids' gifts, so it's okay. We make up for it on the back end. But appreciate those of you guys who got my back. You guys are awesome. Yeah, there we go. Yahtzee, just tell your wife you're not feeling well. She loves that. Dude, she gets so mad. Dude, my wife is the nicest angel on earth. Like, I truly believe like she is a literal saint, unless I'm sick or don't feel well. Then it's just like I did something totally wrong. And I'm just like, I don't understand. We've been married. This is going to be 20 years this off season, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, whenever I get sick, which doesn't happen often, and when it does happen, it happens in football season. She ain't the nicest person to be around. I love it. Me and Yatsik were talking about. That's great, man. Silent. Last super chat, then we're getting to the notes. Was the tape bad enough for them to dump Winters? No, absolutely not, because he's on a rookie contract. He's basically free. And the upside, the splash plays of Winters are there. Like, I think the NFL just announced the defensive play of the month, which I didn't even know that was a thing. He won that with that pick 6 on Phillip Rivers. Like, dude, ice the game. D. Winters has positives. The problem is you play 60 plays a game defensively. You're going to have 5 positives, and the 45 other plays, if they're just kind of like, meh, okay, that's kind of good, kind of bad, then that's okay. But they're not. He has 5 positives, and he's got 40 negatives, where it's like wrong read, slow response, missed tackle, didn't get to his depth, not plugging the line of script. Like, there's a lot of negatives. So understand rookie contracts, don't cut those, because they're basically free players and they could do special teams. He's got the athleticism, maybe something clicks, whatever, and then he gets the catch of it. He just needs a reset. So that's what it is. Right here, Notorious, he says, have you had your wife on the show? She's the one that does the intro voice. So it's now time for, like, that's my wife. So there you go. And yeah, she likes the Niners, and she would come on the show. But like, yeah, I don't know. She ain't got a lot to offer in that category. She's great though. She's great. Anyway, Phil, what's up, man? So glad to see you in here, brother. Miss you, man. Hope all is well. You are the best. What's up, G Bass? You guys are great. All right, here we go. I've got 9 pages of notes. Will you guys allow me to do my job, please? All right. 49ers versus Eagles, wild card playoff, scouting, preview, all those things. The Philadelphia Eagles, 11-6, first place in their division. Now, you have to understand, there are 2 diametrically opposed divisions in the NFL. The NFC West, I would argue, is probably the best division in the regular season this season, maybe in the past decade. You have not 1, not 2, but 3 teams over 12 wins. That's incredible. Then you look at the NFC East, where the Eagles are from. I think it is the worst division of football. I know a lot of people joke around about like the NFC South, and like that's a problem, but like you had 3 teams tied with 8 wins. 3 teams. Whereas the NFC East, you had 1 quality team, not even a great team in the Eagles, with 3 horrible teams. That division was locked up in like early November because everybody was just so bad. The Cowboys are terrible, horribly coached, no defense, worst general manager, owner, terrible. The Giants, awful, good gosh, so bad, close to fighting for the number 1 overall draft pick. And then the Commanders, dude, the biggest destruction ever from last year to this year. It just awful. And what's funny is, even though it's the worst conference in the NFL this year, all 3 of them beat the hell out of the Eagles at some point in the season. The Giants like boat raced the Eagles. The Giants, not a good football team. Now they are division opponents, whatever else, and so you get some of that. It's what it is. But the Eagles are a good team. You look at their roster, and you're like, dude, this is a Super Bowl champion team. They can run it back. And they were. They won the Super Bowl last year. You have to give them credit. They are the reigning, NFL champions. And the roster's great. You look at what they put out there on the field, and it's just like, man, this is a team with no weaknesses. Howie Roseman can build it. I think he's probably the best general manager in the history of the NFL. I know that's weird. That's a whole separate take, but the roster's badass. The coaching is suspect. The play isn't as good as last year. There are major issues on offense, and they're a good team, and they could make a run, but they are not playing and have not played at any point this year up to what the roster is, because they've got a great O-line. They've got a great D-line. They've got wonderful wide receivers. You could argue still the best wide receiver group in the NFL whenever you're talking 1-2 with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, both to go over 1,000 yards receiving, right? Like, I mean, they're awesome. They are awesome. But it just hasn't worked. They're 5-3 at home. The 49ers 7-2 on the road, baby. 7-2 on rush road trips. The offense has been an issue all season. Fans egging the offensive coordinator's house. They're almost made a change mid-season. It's just not what it was. Coaching is questionable. Obviously, Sirianni being babysat by Big Dom on the sidelines and him just crying and upset and whatever else. They're a mess. The defense, definitely the best unit on their team, coached by the best coach in their building, Vic Fangio, who's just a stud. He is a stud. But even their defense, it's not really top 10 in any metric, and we'll go over those. Now, you look at just how they're playing currently, and it's not great. They did just beat the Buffalo Bills 2 weeks ago, 13-12, but it was like a weird game and, back and forth. They're really good at one-score games. That's what they can do. But what the Eagles do well is short yardage run. The tush push gives them such an advantage. They're the best red zone team in the NFL on offense. They're the 9th best red zone team on defense. Like, whenever it matters, and like for all that Jalen Hurts is or is not, Jalen Hurts is at his best. Like, he does a few things. He's very dangerous with his feet. He throws the outside fade ball as well as anybody in the NFL. Those passes outside the numbers, just catch, boom, boom, throw. Catch, boom, boom, throw over the shoulder. He could kill them that. And then, of course, the tush push. And shoot, if I'm going to be honest with you, might be the most clutch player in the NFL. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback with 2 dominating performances in the 2 Super Bowls, when they lost, when they won. When it matters most, Jalen Hurts shows up. Is he a functioning every single down quarterback in the NFL? When he's surrounded by greatness behind the best offensive line with Saquon Barkley behind him, he's pretty damn good. And guess what? He's going to have all those things this Sunday. But the dude can't throw over the middle. And, like, if you put Jalen Hurts in the 49ers offense, it would be awful. Like, he can't throw with anticipation. He's not the best at reading coverages. Like, he just does. That's not who he is. He's just a freak athlete that when you need it, he will get it done. It's what it is right here. Kibro, thanks for the super chat, man. He says, I hate Sirianni. He tried to fight our players in 2023. Last time we were there. Sirianni, like, there is not an Eagles fan that likes Sirianni. Shoot, Nick Sirianni doesn't like Nick Sirianni at all. Like, the dude is just, he's such a disaster. He's gross. He's just gross. I don't know what else to say. Now, the Eagles have been in 12 one-score games. They're 8-4 in those games. They show up. If it's close, they're going to fight. They'll run the ball as much as possible. They do not want to put the game in Hurts' hands. What was it? They had 3 pass attempts, I think, in the second half of one of the games this week. Like, they do not want to throw the ball. Now, the good news is, for them, the 49ers don't get any turnovers ever. And whenever they do, it hit us in the face and the hands, you turn gross matos, and we'll still not get it. It's frustrating. 117 penalties for over 1,000 yards. That's 23rd in the NFL. Like, they are a penalized team. And, like, you look at just, okay, the most simple analytical output, points scored versus points allowed. They're 20th as this offense in the NFL out of 32 teams in points scored. And that's with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Stein, the right guard, Lane Johnson, Dallas Goedert, freaking Saquon Barkley. Like, this is a murderer's row offense. It's great. They have not done it this year. It's been really, really poor. Now, points allowed, they've only allowed 301, which is 3rd best. The defense is way better than the offense. It's not even close. It's not even close. The recovery. Thank you for the super chat. So you're telling me there's a chance. All right. I got you. I see what you're putting down. What was that whole 1 in a million talk? Yeah, there we go. That security guard got Greenlaw ejected when he was here. I don't think he got, I think Greenlaw got him ejected. But yeah, Fat Dom, he can do whatever. And like, if I'm making fun of you for being fat, just know you're fat. Like that's an issue. That is an issue. What's up, Captain Insano? Appreciate you, man. You guys, you're the freaking man, Captain Insano. Now let's look at the schedule. The Eagles finished plus 54-point differential on the year. Started off winning 4 straight. Beat Dallas, beat Kansas City when we thought they were a decent football team. Beat the Rams, beat the Tampa Bay Bucks. Then lost to Detroit. Got blown out by the Giants. Barely beat the Minnesota Vikings when they were at their worst. Finally beat the Giants really, really well. Bye week, come back. They won at Green Bay 10-7. And then they beat the Detroit Lions 16-9. Lose 3 in a row at that point. Lost to Dallas. They were up 21 points and still lost. Lost to the Bears. Lost to the Chargers. Then they turned 3 in a row. Beat the ever-loving pants off of the Raiders, worst team in football, 31-0. Beat Washington 29-18 and beat Buffalo 13-12. Then lost the last game where they rested a lot of their starters to Washington 17-24. So that's kind of their season, right? Not the overall best unit. Now, you look at the PFF analytical whatever offense. They're ranked 11th out of 32 teams. Defense, 9th. Special teams, 17th. Overall, tied 7th. Now, to counteract that, let's go with the 49ers. Their offense is ranked 2nd. Defense, 28th. Not good as a bottom 5 group. Special teams, 2nd. Overall, 11th. You put, Eagles 7th, 49ers 11th. They're in the realm, but the Eagles have the advantage. It's not close. It's not close. It really, really isn't. Now, the history of this matchup, all-time record 21-15 and 1 tie. The 49ers have the advantage by 6. The last time they played was 2023, December 3rd, where the 49ers beat them 41-19. All the Niners showed up in all black and just destroyed Brock Purdy through 4 touchdowns, 314 yards. CMC, 17 rush attempts, 93 yards and a touchdown. Debo went off. 3 total touchdowns for Debo. Like, you had Brandon Ayuk. Anybody remember that guy? He had a touchdown. I mean, Javon Kinlaw had 2 sacks. Like, come on, man. Javon Kinlaw out there getting sacks? Multiple sacks? I'm just going to say. And again, I know people don't remember the Javon Kinlaw experiment as a positive, but I will go back and I will say that 2023 run, those last 2 months, and definitely in the playoffs, he was the best defensive lineman we had on our team, even better than Nick Bosa. That playoff stretch, that dude dominated. But anyway, I will digress. Now, you could talk about the 2023 game at the end whenever Kinlaw had the horrible first half. Second half, he played really well, but whatever. Now let's dive into the Eagles defense and all of their rankings and all these different categories, because, again, the Eagles defense is good. It's not great. It's nowhere near the caliber of the Seattle Seahawks this year. And I think the film would say the same thing. You look at the personnel and it's terrifying. The film says not great. Good, not great. And the analytical says good, kind of, right after this. Everybody's betting the NFL in full do or die mode. College football down to the last teams, and the Super Bowl is just right around the corner. If there was ever a time to get involved in the game, it's now. And MyBookie makes it stupid easy to play. One account, one wallet, bet the spread, live bet the second half, hit the casino during the commercials. It's all in one place, and you've got the power. Go to mybookie.ag now and use promo code 49ers, 49ERS, and you get your first bet covered up to $500. If it doesn't hit, use your bet back bonus token, run it back. Don't just watch the playoffs, make them pay. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and I mean anywhere, Texas, California, no matter where you are, only at MyBookie. Oh, look at this guy. We got the legend himself, Johnny Dale. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. You are the best of the best. I was peeping on some Johnny Dale and Adam, their football show this morning. It was awesome. It is so good, man. If you haven't gone and checked out Johnny Dale's Football Academy, one, I learn whenever I coached for 15 years. I understand football pretty well. I get it. every time I watch the Johnny Dale show, I learn schematically different things because he approaches it from a chalkboard mentality, a scheme, X's and O playbook side. My view, my vantage point, my lens is hopefully more through a coaching standpoint. But Johnny, I just want to say thank you, man, for all you do. Everybody, please, please, please go check it out. He is the best of the best. He says, thank you for all you do, John. 40 Hours Rush is bomb. That means the world to me. You're a good friend and you're a good dude. That is very, very kind. Phil, what's up, Phil? My man. Thank you for the super chat. Did the Eagles rest their starters the last 2 or 3 games? Really just the last 1 game. And they are completely healthy. They did not rest their starters against the Bills the week before. They rested for 1 week, and it wasn't really all their starters. But yeah, they and again, this is kind of the difference because the Eagles locked up their division in November because the Cowboys and Giants and Commanders suck so bad. So they knew they were in the playoffs, and they never really had a chance to get that 1 seed. So they knew they were hosting a playoff game and were just kind of just like, we know we're going to be there. Whereas the 49ers, best division in football, you knew you were in the playoffs, but not hosting the game. And so the new format, I'm not the biggest fan of 7 teams getting in. I love those 2 teams getting the bye. And so now you kind of see, if you're not getting the bye week, you just kind of chill out. If you won your division, you just kind of chill. And it doesn't matter whether there is 6 and 2. There's always going to be an issue there. But yeah, the Eagles just rested for 1 week. So hopefully that answers that question. I apologize if I missed something. You just throw it in the chat. Yeah, right here, man. Notorious. Yeah, Johnny Dale channel is the bomb. Go check it out. He's one of one. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. You're going to learn today. He takes everybody to school. And I say this. Johnny needs to change his what's it called? His slogan. It needs to be Johnny Dale Football Academy, where 49ers podcasters go to learn football. Like that's freaking awesome. He's that damn good. He's that good. All right, let's get into the Eagles defensive ranks. This is out of 32 teams, right? Points per game, 5th. Like pretty good. Pretty good. Yards, 13th, average. Turnovers, 10th. A little bit better than average. First down, 16th, average. This is an elite defense. You keep that in mind. But a lot of these ranks, pass yards 8th, yards per pass 7th. That's probably what they're best at. And then yards or passing touchdowns, they're best in the NFL. They lock it down. We remember this with Fangio, like with Vic Fangio whenever he was with us. Like it's that shell concept. Once you get into the 20s, it's a whole different ballgame because that field shrinks. And man, those passing windows get tight. You've got athletic linebackers. It's what it is. They don't give up passing touchdowns. To put it into perspective, the Eagles defense has allowed 14 passing touchdowns. The 49ers offense has 33 passing touchdowns, twice as many with a little extra gravy. I'm just going to say, I just want to say. Now, rush attempts, they give up 27. You can run on this defense. 22nd in rushing yards allowed. You can run on this defense. 25th in rushing touchdowns allowed. You can run on this defense. Yards per rush, 16th, which is average. They give up 4.3 yards per carry. If you told me right now the 49ers can average over 4.4 yards per carry against the Eagles, Niners are winning this game. The difference is the 49ers haven't really averaged over 4 yards per carry. Let me see here. Am I going to get the actual? Damn it. I don't think that's going to pull up on anything that I'm paying attention to real fast. I won't be able to do. Actually, I could just go for Christian McCaffrey, which how many games have the 40? I think it's 5. How many games have you averaged over 4 yards per carry? Chicago, Indianapolis, Arizona, Atlanta. Yep. And the Saints, 5. You won all 5, by the way. 5 times this year. That's crazy Kyle Shanahan stat. That usually happens probably 15 out of 17 games in the Kyle Shanahan year. You can go to Daddy Shanahan, it's going to be the same damn thing. Christian McCaffrey's playing? Oh, yeah. Nope, not this year. 5 out of 17 games, the 49ers have averaged over 4 yards per carry. You can run on this Eagles defense. Now, my thing is, whenever I'm watching the film, I love throwing the ball early, quick passing on first downs against Fangio defense, and the film shows that. Like, he doesn't do the crazy exotic stuff until second, third down, short yardage, red zone, whatever else. Like, you can get some quick passes off early, the 49ers offense, and get into 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 has been a safe haven for the 49ers all year. 2nd and 10 is a problem. 2nd and 9 is a problem. 2nd and 6, relax those shoulders, baby. 49ers right where they need to be. So find ways, running the ball on first down, all right, but like quick passing early. And I want to run the ball on third downs. My favorite play in football is that like 3rd and 4 rush attempt for a first down. And if you don't get it, it's 4th and 1, you get up and you go again. Like, it just sucks the life out of a defense. I was a defensive coordinator. When teams run for the first down on third down, you just feel everything in your body just like, oh man, all right, let's go again. It just wears on you. The psychological warfare on that, like, I want that. I really, really do. Couple other things that we got to get to real quick. Sorry. Third downs, Eagles defense, 21st. They're not good. The 49ers are the best offense in the NFL on first downs, except for when they played Seattle last week. Convert. Let's go. You had your crap game. It's out of the way. Shanahan doesn't lose 2 games in a row. Go do what you got to do. 4th on 4th downs. They do show up. They're clutch. 9th in the red zone. So that's the Eagles' defensive ranks. The recovery. Thank you for the super chat. People forget that we won 5 or 6 in a row before we lost by 10 to Seattle. I think we're winning this game. The loss might have been good for us. Yeah, you find out who you are. You got gut checked. Are you the type of person that cowers down and just like, bad body language, things aren't going good, Jake Brendel walking back to the huddle? Or are you, let's freaking go, George Kittle, we got this. We don't lose twice in a row. We have the better coaching staff. We've got better players. Maybe not. Let's go get it done. We're the 49ers. Let's get it done. I really, really, really hope that that's how they respond. My whole speech that I would I had, you have speeches as a coach, right? And especially as like a head coach, and like, dude, you've got the speech when you blow teams out. You got the speech whenever you get your butts kicked. You got when you lose a close one, when bad things happen, whatever else. But like, my speech was always, what type of man are you going to be? And again, I was coaching high schoolers, right? All of us have had somebody let us down when things get hard in life, whether, you don't have your parent at home because they left for whatever reason, or somebody that you really trusted in your family lets you down big time. Are you going to be that person? Or are you going to respond to adversity and be there for those that care about you? And that's what we are as a team. So, like, what type of man are you? Yeah, I'm going to say it. Are you Brandon Ayuk, or are you Fred freaking Warner? Who are you? Are you here? Are you ready? Like, are you ready to do whatever it takes so that you're not here in this position again? Or are you the type of guy that flees and leaves and goes for what's easy? What type of person are you going to be? What type of man are you going to be? Because you don't just get there and say, oh, now I'm going to do the hard stuff. Bullshit. If you don't do the hard stuff for your football team, I hate to tell you this, there's no imaginary switch that you get to turn on later to be like, oh, well, yeah, I don't work hard in school, but once I get to college, then I will. Bullshit. That is not a reality. The hardworking people that work hard now will work hard later. That's just the way the world and habits and minds work. So decide right fucking now, are you going to respond? Do you like this feeling? Well, guess what? You don't have to have it again. You got to go out there and do the hard stuff to go out there so you're not in this position again. Are you Fred Warner? Or are you the other guy? I'm just saying. I don't know. Which one do you want to be? I'm just saying. Oh, let's see here. I love it. Yeah, right here, Kev said that sounds like a coach speech. It's a coach speech. Monkey Boy says, once I get to college, I will. And he says, I feel personally attacked. Yeah, that's what it is. I love you, man. Monkey, you're the best. Howdy, John is in his bag. Love it. It's just like, and I say this about everybody. Shout out to Yatsik and any teacher, coach who works with kids, adolescents, whatever else. Like, dude, it takes a village, to get these kids to be adults. And football was just the avenue in which I wanted to work with kids. And like whenever, my wife and I became foster parents and I had to give up coaching because I had to do way more at home and it was just a disaster at home. Like I had to give up coaching and I figured out like, damn, maybe that wasn't just the avenue that I worked with these kids. I kept teaching past that, but it was like, dude, football, it's me. Like football, like John Chapman is football. Like I feel I love this damn thing. And I know it's a game and I know it's arbitrary and tribalism at its best. And I get all the faults of it. And I totally understand all that. However, dude, I didn't have a dad growing up. My coaches were like my biggest impact. And I learned what hard work was, what all these, whatever came through football. So like I couldn't take me out of football. I tried. I didn't want to. I did it reluctantly. But then it was just like this podcast, just like, no, bro. You're going to be spending time in football. And I always thought I was going to be working with kids my whole life to help kids out. Yeah, a little bit different. Sometimes things change just a little bit. It's what it is. And so now I get to meet you guys and I get to like build these relationships with people and interact, all across state lines, county lines, whatever. I mean, shoot, this morning I was on the NFL Irish channel previewing this game, which was so cool. And if man, like how unbelievably blessed and lucky am I, all because of football. And never was this the plan. Even whenever I started the podcast 3-4 years into it, never was the plan that this would be what I do full time. But man, life changes and things change. How do you respond to adversity? Right? Maybe like I don't want to get too far into the weeds of this, but the way you respond to whatever trials and tribulations you go through, no matter how difficult, how small, how large, will dictate the type of human you will become down the road. And whenever you're the type of person that just shrugs your shoulders and films yourself driving, freaking flying down Eddie DeBartolo Way and laughing and going shopping like a goddamn Kardashian for jewelry while your brothers are fighting and dependent upon you and you don't show up, that's who you're going to be. That's who you're going to be. But if you're the type of person that's going to buy a freaking hyperbolic chamber and do whatever you have to do and to show up to your first practice 2 days after your freaking child is born because your brothers are fighting, that's who the fuck you are. So who are you going to be? And so whatever issue you got going out there, whether it's getting your ass kicked on prime time by Sam Ginger Darnold, or whatever, you got to go. And how you respond matters. It matters. Is this 49ers team the type that responds? Is it? The Eagles just won a Super Bowl. They're fighting with each other. Their coaches are fighting with each other. They have literally a day school worker hired to follow around the coach so he doesn't shit himself. Who are you? Who are they? Oh, love you guys. Pluto, John, I remember your Tampa party. It was really fun, other than Fred getting hurt before he might come back. But, man, he's close. There we go. Yeah, right here. There we go. Notorious. I'm the guy whose foot was backward just a few weeks ago and is coming back. Yes. I woke up feeling cheesiest, coach. Kim, bro. This is like the Newt Rockney speech. I love it. That's right. We're going to get them. We're going to go. And when they're going, we're going to go. Yeah, I used to know the whole Rudy speech. That was a fun one. Sure glad I brought it up. Yeah, we need more players with Warner mentality. Oh, it's everything. And you've always heard Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch talk about, like, we want guys that love football. Character's such a big deal. Character is such, and after Reuben Foster, man, that's a name, isn't it? After Reuben Foster, the 49ers haven't really touched players that have those major character red flags. And, Brandon Ayuk didn't have those character red flags until he got that money. And then it was just like, yeah, things a little bit different. Things just a little bit different. So take that for what you will. Yeah, and if you want it badly enough, you kick the damn door. That's what's up, man. Recovery says you're meant to do this, John. Thank you, man. This job didn't even exist. Like, imagine being like, let's say I was born back in the 60s. Like, this ain't even a thing, right? Luck is a lot to do with it. But it was funny, like, I don't know. Anyway, I want to get back on it. Life has a funny way coming back on itself. That's what's up. Oh, look at this. Notorious NFL Ireland guys are top lads. They love them some Niners over there. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Dude, I love that people listen to that. Could they understand you on the Irish channel? Yeah, they could. They're good. I've recorded with them, I think, like 5 or 6 times. They're great dudes. Yeah, I freaking love that. If you think the Irish accent is bad, you haven't heard my Welsh. Oh, dude, I have good Welsh friends. And so, like, yeah, I can't understand anything they say, and especially when we drink, it gets way, way worse. And yeah, that's what it is. Sid, thank you so much. Big Red, you're the man. Love Angry John. Love this, Chapman. I'm pumped now. There we go. Can we clone or buy out the Eagles strength and conditioning staff? Dude, please, please, please. And this is one of the things that I'm going to talk about in a little bit later. So I'm going to save that one and come back. Cam's dad, appreciate the super chat, man. Don't take this the wrong way, audience and John. That's okay. Nice preface. But when I was diagnosed with terminal cancer, now 6 years in, I had to figure out who I was. Your speech reminded me. Thanks, John. Dude, you're fucking badass, Cam's dad. And we appreciate you. And you make our lives better by being here and interacting and being generous and all those things. And, dude, man, you're the freaking man. And my life's better because of you, dude. So just keep doing your thing. Way to go, man. Logan, you got to want it. How bad do you want it? Look at this. Yahtzee, I'm ready to hit somebody. If you go into the game, you got to be ready to hit somebody. Yahtzee on the East Coast, so he knows. He knows. Yeah, Brendan Ayuk, the Antonio Brown syndrome, it's there. It's there. Yeah, it is there. Our Zoom hangout will be next week when the 49ers win. So for all of our Patreon and the 49ersrush.com subscribers, we do one Zoom hangout a month, but in the playoffs, we do it every other week. So when the 49ers beat the Eagles, Tuesday or Wednesday the following week, we'll do a Zoom hangout. Couldn't get one done this week, but yeah, we did one last week, and then we'll do one next week. So we'll keep doing those from there on out. So that's what it is. Chapman After Hours is the best. I love it, man. I love it. All right, let's switch over. Let's talk Eagles offense. Their rankings out of 32 teams. And again, offense is bad. They are bad. Points, 19th. Yards, 24th out of 32 teams. 4th in turnovers. That's the thing. They protect the ball. Jalen Hurts does not throw a lot of interceptions. 18th in fumbles lost, though. 24th in first downs. Can't sustain drives. 23rd in pass yards. Quarterback can only throw the fade route. 11th in passing touchdowns. 13th in pass yards per attempt. 18th in rush yards. 14th in rushing touchdowns. Tush pushes a lot of that, but they're average. Like, even with the tush push and Saquon Barkley and one of the best offensive lines in football, they are 14th. 15, 16's that, or I think 16, 17's the average number, right? They're right at that average point, and they have like a freaking cheat code of a play. It's just not there. It's not there. 23rd in rush yards per attempt, 24th in third downs, 19th on fourth downs. But the one thing that they are great at, they're the best in the NFL at red zone scoring. 70% touchdowns when they get in the red zone. A lot of that's A.J. Brown. You can just throw a fade to him because he's a freaking beast. Dallas Goedert scores a lot of touchdowns as well. Like, they are built to score in the red zone. And so you look at the complementary nature that the Eagles offense and Eagles defense brings, it's red zone success rate. They are so freaking good. They are so freaking good. Big Red, sign up sheet for John's Fight Club coming out next week. Let's go, man. First rule, you already violated. That's okay. What's up? We got Rick and Will. Rick, if you've ever been to one of our Rush road trips, you will see Rick there. He is always working and hooking people up with raffles and giveaways and all that stuff. And you see the cowboy Will. He's always there with a big smile on his face. If there's kids around, Will's giving them free stuff every single time. I turn around, he's like, John, I gave this kid free stuff. Yeah, those are the rules. Every single kid that comes to our event better walk away with something. That's our only rule. We ain't in this to make money. It's just we all become fans. You know, I became fan because of a jersey. So, like, if we could extend that and build the faithful of the future, that's where it is. Now, let's get to kind of predictions and bets. I'm not betting a lot this week. One, I don't know if Trent's going to play. I think he is going to play. I'd probably put it at a 75% chance he plays. But I also felt that way about Ricky Pearsall last week. I do not expect Ricky Pearsall to play. If I knew Ricky Pearsall and Trent Williams were not playing, probably not going to put any of my money, let alone ask other people, because we post our bets every single week. We've made a ridiculous amount of money betting this year. And if you bet with us, man, it's been a lot of fun. And I am so grateful and honored that I could increase your bank account in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to give it back. Now, my favorite bet that I did put down, and I bet pretty big, I did a 3-team plus 10 teaser, which means we're going to add 10 points to all 3 of these games spreads, but all 3 of them have to hit. Okay? So I'm getting 49ers plus 15.5 points against the Eagles. So as long as the 49ers lose by 2 touchdowns or less, we get paid. The Panthers plus 20.5 points. So just hoping for a close game there. I do expect the Rams to win, but I hope the Panthers don't. And then the Bears plus 11.5 points against the Packers. That's kind of the one that's kind of like, ooh, that's kind of close. But if those 3 things happen, we get paid. I bet pretty big. Never bet what you can't afford to lose. And if you don't like a bet, don't do it. I will post some more bets, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow to post all of those. Now, predictions. If the 49ers run the ball, they have every opportunity to win this game. It doesn't matter what the Eagles do on offense. If the 49ers run the ball, it permeates all 3 phases of the game. Field position, time of possession will all be on the 49ers side. Running the ball is going to, take away possessions from the Eagles offense. It's going to give the 49ers defense breaks. They're going to be rested. They're going to be all these things. It's going to turn the entire temperature in that stadium up. And one of my favorite comments is from Big Brick 84. He said, Eagles are on the edge of implosion, and their fans will be the fuse. This is a home game for Philly. Not necessarily a good thing. Because if the Eagles go out there and, the 49ers defense isn't good, but it's pretty damn good in the first quarter. They forced 3 and outs to start the game in 3 out of the last 4 games. If the Eagles go out there, let's say the 49ers go score, the Eagles go 3 and out, then the 49ers score again, those Eagles fans are going to turn on that team so quick. And not only the Eagles fans turning on the team, Eagles coaches and players turning on each other. They are not a house solidified by any stretch. They are divided. A.J. Brown's going to be over there freaking reading a book. Dom's going to be changing Nick Sirianni's diaper. The fans are going to be booing. I mean, it's just going to be like a whole ordeal. This could seriously get ugly. And this is a team, the Eagles, that have been blown out. I want to be really honest with you. At different points this year. So you just look at what the Eagles have had happen to them, be up 21 and lose, get blown out by the Giants. It's just not a good team. The Bears took them to the woodshed. They're a problematic team with an elite roster. They're a problematic team with an elite roster. And you got to do your business in the first, second, and third quarter. If this game is close, which the 49ers have won close games, and they could win a close game in this, you don't want Jalen Hurts with the ball last against this defense. It's not really what you want to be there. It's not really there. Sid, thank you so much. Yes, betting with you guys earned me money. I love it. We made some money, man. Ricky should be put on IR. They need to call up Watkins. Nah, you don't even have to do that. Keep them there as they should. The Grit Code Podcast. I like that name. Should Kyle take the ball first if he can? No, I would not. You want that ball in that third quarter is going to be huge. First and third quarter. That's where you win this game. First and third quarter. That's where. Yeah, read a book over there. Yeah, I love it. But man, get out there right here. John, what's the chances of you running a live stream during the game? Not my thing. I know Wayne does that. He does watch parties over on his Patreon. So if you want to be with Niners fans, he doesn't know I'm plugging this, but man, the Wayne Breezy over on Patreon, he does that. I've thought about doing that in the past, but seeing as I've already gotten a few cease and desist letters from the NFL, I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm not trying to bolster my resume and that one. And so, yeah, we tried doing that, and companies got taken down and lawsuits started, and we had to walk away, sadly. Yeah, it's what it is. AJ reading Goosebumps. You remember R.L. Stein? Dude, was there a better day in freaking elementary school than when you got the book fair in town and you got to go get the new Goosebumps? Dude, that was freaking the dark side, the other side. That was another one that I was a big fan of. But anyway, that's awesome. And right here, Marco, special teams, man. That is the secret sauce of the 2025 49ers. And for as good as you look at Jake Elliott, who's one of the best kickers of the past 20 years, he's definitely in there. This dude, he's missed 7 field goals this year. 7 field goals. Eddie Pinheiro would never, are you kidding me, miss a field goal? I think he's missed one, and it was like 64 off the freaking upright. But, like, they've missed a lot of kicks. You've got the better kicker. You've got the better punter. You've got the better special teams unit. Oh, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, let's go. AJ reading Dr. Seuss. I love it. Oh, dude. So I think the 49ers can win this game. I ain't putting a lot of money on it, and I'm not going to ask the other people to as well, but I think it's going to be weird, and I think it's going to be gritty, and you've got to take advantage when the opportunities present themselves, your Turk Gross mottos. You got to take advantage, Christian McCaffrey, turning the ball over in the 3-yard line. You can't do that crap. And a score, I don't even know how it's going to happen. I'm going 49ers 23, Eagles 22. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. And so it's just, that's what it is. And yeah, 49ers win, see everybody in Carolina. That's the best case scenario. But whether we're in Carolina, Seattle, or Los Angeles, the only 3 locations the Niners can go to, we will be there with the 49ers Rush road trip. I'll be live after the game. I'm going to try, I'm in the city. I'm going to meet up with some friends and whatever else. So I'll be going live right after the game. We'll be ready to go. And, man, enjoy this. Enjoy this. Playoff football doesn't always happen for teams. I remember the 2000s. I remember it vividly. And it was just like, man, we're doing mock drafts in October. Not right now. You got a game to play in less than 48 hours against a hated opponent. Go get this damn game. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you, Josh, executive producer of the show, and all the faithful for being the greatest fan base in sports. Go win one versus the bad guys. Like, it's hard to say, like, good fan base, bad fan base. This you could say. The faithful, great fan base. The best. Eagles, worst fan base in pro sports, man. Just a bunch of not good people. Just not good people. They're just not good people. And you don't throw beer cans at women and children. Like, that's it. Whatever the borderline definition of are you good people, throwing beer cans at women and children, you're below the line. It's very, very simple. So go get one for the good guys. Embarrass this damn team at their home. Let them fire some people. Let's get it. Get that dub. Who are you? Are you the type that gets a hyperbolic chamber and freaking foot facing the wrong way 3 months ago, and now you're already out there practicing 2 days after the birth of your child? Or are you drag racing down Eddie B freaking Avenue and buying jewelry and not showing up for your brothers? We're going to figure out what this Niners team is made out of. It's been a hell of a year. I don't think it's ready to be over. Until next time, we'll be live right after the game. Join us. Stay strong, faithful.